the Mage. Mage is a great example of a class that works really well with this talent system because historically we always had a lot of the most fun abilities for crowd control, survivability, and utility in Frost, and then we always had trouble increasing their damage because they had so much utility here. So we figured it would be a lot of fun just to take the utility, put it throughout the talent tree, and then just let Frost do different types of damage, because obviously you're doing Frost damage here than Arcane and Fire. In this Brave New World, Arcane Blast is Arcane only, Fireball is Fire only, and Frostbolt is Frost only. I know, it's crazy. So, level 15 is a very chilly tier. We have the existing Ring of Frost, which probably wins the award for the most levels jumped, all the way down to 15. It goes up against Cone of Cold, and this is the improved Cone of Cold version, so it also freezes. So the only Cone of Cold out there is the one that freezes, and you don't get just kind of the lame Cone of Cold without that. And then a new way of freezing, Frostjaw, which will silence and freeze a target. Okay. I was mentioning with the Warlock, we kind of like the feel of the Mage to be like slippery and glass cannony, where we want to try to shift the Warlock back to be a little more tanky as a caster. So these are all abilities that kind of help Mages survive and get away. Greater Invisibility is an upgrade to Invisibility. It doesn't, in this case, it doesn't really replace invisibility. It just makes your invisibility more powerful. But the key here is it removes the 2 dots. The existing Cauterize that only Fire had access to before, and then Cold Snap finishing the cooldown on some of your most powerful escape and control mechanisms. Okay, 45 tier is about movement. Presence of Mind obviously allows you to get a fast spell off, instantly. It's up against Scorch. Now, this is the old improved Scorch. So Scorch can always be cast by moving, but you don't have, can always be cast while moving, but you don't have Scorch unless you pick this talent. So if you're in a situation where you feel like you're going to be moving a lot, you can take Scorch here and Scorch as you move around. Arcane Flows is kind of a variant on that, where it lets you cast the next 2 spells while moving. So it's like a cooldown you pop, then while you're moving you can cast those 2 spells. You get to choose between Scorch or Arcane Flows. I should mention here, we're going to make sure that Scorch isn't the no-brainer choice for Fire Mages. We're not going to have to worry about, oh, well, Fire Mages buff all their fire damage, so of course they're only going to take Scorch. We want these to be attractive to any of the 3 specs. Okay. Level 60 is another kind of escape and control level. We have the Mana Shield here, but it has Enchantress Absorption baked in, so when the shield is destroyed, it does a knockback. Up against Blazing Speed, which lets you move faster a short period of time, and then Ice Barrier. This is a fun tier. Polymorph's a signature Mage spell, and as we've done with some of the other classes, we wanted to do something that was all focused on that spell. The way this works is Sickly Polymorph, they regenerate health slower. So you can polymorph someone who's pretty injured and they're not gonna heal back quickly. Heavy Polymorph does a stun to the poly target, and Double Polymorph lets you have 2 sheep at once. Like I said, we really wanted these to feel like game changers. We wanted you to see a Mage doing a Double Polymorph, be like, whoa, what's going on out here? I've never seen anything like this. And then crowd control at level 90. Mages are great at crowd control. Here you can have Blast Wave or Dragon's Breath, both of which do a little bit of damage as well, and then Slow. And there's the full Mage tree.